Oh, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm so tired. I don't think I can podcast today.
Yeah, no, I'm knackered, man. Should we reschedule for another time?
God damn it, you bitch! You've never backed down from anything in your life. Now pod! Hey there, Cinema Nuts, and welcome back to No Country for Old Films. I'm Regs, and he's Tommy.
Hello, hello.
And we're here to talk about the films that we have watched over and over and over again.
And in an age where nostalgia is king and the cinema-plexes are all gone, we've decided to look back at the films that we grew up with from our youth that we know so well we can even remember where the ad breaks are. Join us on our journey into nostalgia, as this week we're joined by the wonderful Mr. Pat Fox. He's a creator, he's a designer, he's the man behind the artwork for Podcast Assemble, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Pat.
G'day, mate. Good to see you.
How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. Yeah.
Great to see your fabulous face. But before we start,
we implied earlier. By like this much, just a little bit. Like a fraction.
I mean, you've had some coffee at this point. You'll survive.
A little bit, yeah.
Or the straight gin that's in that fucking bottle.
I said vodka, damn it.
Maybe it's both.
Excuse me.
Guys, before we start, we still need your
Show
help.
you how we do things on the Russian space station.
Oh.
Right.
I see what you did.
American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan. We're talking about Armageddon today, right? Yeah.
Somebody's seen films before. Have you watched movies too? We've watched movies
one
too.
Or two, yeah. I think maybe.
You're in good company then.
You are in good company. And if you feel like you're in good company, guys, before we start, please hit that like and subscribe button down below, wherever you get your podcast, whether it's YouTube, whatever your podcast capture is. Giving us a 5-star review will help us no end. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're No Country for All Films everywhere. You can email us at nocountryforallfilms@gmail.com. On with the show.
It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What we like to do here on No Country for Old Films, as you may have seen from previous episodes or previous episode, is have our guest pick the movie. And the reason we do that is because we're fucking lazy. Everybody has a different experience with films, and it's interesting to engage with that. Pat, why The Abyss from James Cameron?
Oh, why not? Why not? I unabashedly love this movie, hey. It is truly one of my favorite movies of all time. And it was like one of those ones that just kind of crept up. So when you guys hit me up and you were like, like gave me the vibe of the show, like talk about movies you grew up with. And like, this was, it's probably first film. I want to say it was second film. The first one I suggested, if I remember right, was Hunt for Red October.
You've got something about nautical shit.
You really do.
Apparently, yeah, like underwater films, yeah.
Yeah, right.
You're either a real cinephile or you had a very strange upbringing, because most people's first films that they remember growing up, it's things like The Mummy, hint to one of our other episodes, or Toy Story, where you're like, hell no, I want to watch this movie about a spousal abuse.
and a surprise tit. Like, I did not see. You could have held a gun to my head and said, "Is there a tit in Abyss?" And I'd be like, "There's no tits in Abyss. Are you kidding me? There's no Abyss tit." And I would have got killed in that scenario because there was a surprise Mary Streep
boobs.
Yeah, ridiculous. But anyway, without the filth.
But what a fantastic choice. I love this for us, and it's something that I probably would never have thought of to have on this podcast. It's not necessarily I've seen this film, and we'll talk about it in a moment. I've seen this film growing up. It's not a thing that is necessarily like top of mind when I think about the films I grew up with, but watching this back, this is quite possibly the most James Cameron a film could ever be. Like, think about it. It's got literally everything.
Ways,
so many ways.
All right. Well, I would like to hear some points on this thesis.
Okay.
No, we don't have time for that today. I'm sorry.
Submarines. There are aliens. So many James Cameron things.
Yeah.
Right.
I do have to ask a question. Do you, before we kick off, do you guys think that each one of James Cameron's movies maybe reflect a stage of his relationship relationships in life. Like, this is clearly the divorce movie, right?
You can make a pretty strong argument for that, yeah.
Right. You know, some artists have a breakup album like Kanye did 808 and Heartbreaks. The Abyss is his version of that.
The Abyss is James Cameron's
808 and Heartbreaks, yeah. Absolutely.
That's
where it went synth.
I like the idea of that, absolutely. What the fuck is Avatar? What's he doing? Is he happy?
Breaking up with
It's
humanity.
just Pocahontas. Yeah, it's where he went into the forest and found a young girl. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that must be it.
Hey, we don't want anyone's yum here.
No, absolutely not. This is a fetish positive podcast. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Quentin Tarantino, do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. You like feet? Like feet.
Absolutely. Have to call out the cast in this, by the way. What a phenomenal cast. Like, just the top three off the top of my head. Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth, I'm never going to say this name right. Sorry.
Mastrantonio.
There you go. Nailed it. Mastrantonio. Michael Biehn. Surprise Michael Biehn with a fabulous mustache.
Bean.
I had forgotten Biehn was in this.
Yeah.
It's pretty outrageous, actually. Like, you don't see him coming. You don't. I rewatched Aliens recently, and I'm like, oh yeah, Michael Biehn. Of course, it's Michael Biehn. This is Michael Bihn's movie. You know, watched Terminator recently. Oh yeah, Michael Bihn's all over this. Michael Bihn's in the Abyss. Like, I was just not expecting it to happen because I don't think I've seen this since. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this since I was in film school. And we didn't watch it in film school. It was just around about that time. And they brought out, it was like a 2-disc special edition. And I was an absolute slut for fucking special features, man. I special feature all over my face. And it had that second disc was just loaded with...
It'll be fine.
Why do you think he goes to therapy every week?
The cream is the problem. That's the problem I'm having. But yeah, it had that great making of that you mentioned. I didn't have time to go back and watch that, but yeah, it was kind of that, but more so like watching it again this time. It was like watching it for the first time because I just didn't hold on to any of that stuff between 20 and now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So
Pat, did you own this on VHS?
DVD? Since you last saw it then?
Yeah, I am 101. Yep, that's right. I am the Nosferatu himself. Yeah. I am Imhotep. I am all those things. I've got that Benjamin Button. I'm on the way back.
Dr. Robotnik in the remake of Nosferatu, by the way. That was beautiful.
This podcast regularly boils down to just making fun of Regan's age.
What was that, mate?
This podcast regularly boils down to just making fun of your age. So that's right on cue for this podcast.
I was re-listening to the fucking first episode for a little bit of quality control, and the first 5 jokes you make are that I'm older than you, like by a year.
Couple of years, come on.
I hope something withers and dies on you.
Wow. But question up top, Pat. Riggs obviously had the DVD of this. Did you have this on VHS? Do you remember watching it on TV? Like, where was your first memory of watching this film?
All right, so I can give you 2 for this. So I can give you my first memory just seeing it, which was renting in the video store. And then the second one was when I bought it on DVD. So the first
Which video store before you carry on?
Oh, you won't know. I can't even remember the name.
That's great.
It was a little mom and pop video store. Like I grew up in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, so it was like in this suburb called Heathmont, and I used to play basketball when I was a kid.
The niche, the better.
Yeah. Oh, this is like very niche. Yeah. So I used to play basketball when I was a kid. I was obsessed, and the MVP award every week was a you get your little piece of paper saying good boy, and then with that you would also get a voucher for 7 weeklies at this video store. So that was my motivation to play well each week, was to get free
The Abyss on DVD again and watch it over and over and over. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't buy it. I didn't rent it for ages. But it was that would have been when I was like 10 or 12, 13, something like that. So the modus operandi for going and renting everything from the store was just anything with violence, swearing, and possibly nudity.
How old were you?
Like 12, 13, yeah.
Yeah, no.
If it had violence and swearing, I was in. But the VHS for this the special edition VHS was quite unique. So it was like kind of this, they had like special packaging. So it was that kind of like very puffy bloated sort of plastic. But it
clamshell.
It had like a clamshell. That's the one. Thank you. But it had like a wraparound gatefold.
Why was that funny?
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of weird.
Clamshell.
Why does clamshell just sound funny? I don't know.
Yeah.
How old am I? Maybe I have the mental capacity of a 12-year-old. Who would have guessed?
I think you have hundreds of podcast episodes a testament to that fact, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just realizing it now.
More than sufficient evidence of my juvenile proclivities. But,
exactly.
But yeah, no, like it had this like really cool looking VHS cover, and I just walked past it every other week, and eventually I was like, all right, cool, I want to give that one a crack. And yeah, I had.
So that was it. You just went in blind.
Yeah. Like I was already well and truly into James Cameron. Like I'd already seen like Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. True Lies probably at that point as well.
What a great film. That's coming up on this. All those coming up on this podcast at some point. They are definitely 100% coming. Yeah. We watched True Lies recently, actually, me and the fiance, and my lord, does that film hold up? Like I absolutely love it. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, absolute awesome performance, like this awkward yet sexy. Love it.
It's
all
fucking
of that.
off the chain. That
what a
film.
wild movie.
There was no way anyone would ever make anything approaching that now. There's no way.
Yeah.
Never ever. Ever.
It would be interesting to see them try to make that again. Didn't they try to adapt it into a TV?
Yeah, they did like a TV show, didn't they? I'm sure they did.
What?
Yeah, a little while ago. I remember that. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if it actually
look this up.
Yeah, they definitely gave that one a red hot.
Yeah, no one gave a shit. Yeah.
It was. Didn't they do like Dukes of Hazzard and all that type of stuff? No one cares about that.
Yeah.
But, like, question for you then, Pat. Like, obviously, having walked into the rental store and picked up this wild movie, like.
Yeah, see, that's like the size
off the cuff. Yeah.
I was going to say that's in a DVD case like a fucking phone book, you know?
Yeah.
Did you kill someone with it? No, that's not the question. The question is
like, I can't answer that question. I can either confirm.
There's still ongoing court cases. What's your first memory? What do you remember? Like, what's the first thing that jumps to mind for you when you think about this movie? Like, what's the thing that sticks out to you? And don't say the face worm because it jumps out the screen.
God, I don't know. I think it was just I think it was just visually striking, and it's
agreed.
got such an it's simultaneously so claustrophobic, and it has this immense scope to it.
We're definitely going to talk about that.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like it's. I just find it absolutely captivating. Like it's still, no matter how many times I watch it, I love it to bits every single time, and it's something that I've revisited frequently. Like over the years, it's like like I said, it's up there with like one of my all-time favorite movies. And
nice.
It was like a sleep movie for a good time there, which is such a weird thing to say. But I've got,
you pop it on and just doze off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because it's so the like the difference between the quiet parts of the film and the big bombastic loud action sequences is quite stark. That you'll have these long periods of silence. And so I just sort of like find it very soothing, like, you know, just having like your like
background noise, white noise.
Yeah, just the background noise, and like, I'm not sure if you could tell, but I have like some ADHD, and so there are, you know, even
common thread on this podcast.
There are several monkeys with cymbals just kind of going like this, like. Yeah, excellent. So it would kind of silence the monkeys for a little bit, but like, you get to those little bits of silence, and I just sort of go and conk out, and then you get like, you know, like the crane falling from the ship. Like
that's the best sequence when she notices the cables. Fucking that's I was on the edge of my seat.
Oh, it's fantastic, eh?
Shall we jump into rewind review? Regan?
Absolutely. Oh, jumping right in, as you can see by the slight change in colour, everybody. I have notes that are on a white screen. It's a club. It's the club. Abyss. Okay, sorry.
So for anyone who's new to the podcast, Rewind Review is our movie discussion and nostalgia dive into this film. We're going to be talking all things, all spoilers, all the time. Just deep diving, getting into the beauty of this film and the things we loved and what we took away from it when we were young, and then we're going to talk a little bit about fast forwarding. Regan, tell me what you remember most from this movie.
Well, I think probably from my first experience with it, it was the release of the 2-disc DVD.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know at watching it that it was a James Cameron picture. I was just like, whatever, you know.
It's kind of
ambiguous. Oh, shit, James Cameron. Yeah, because I mean, I'm like everybody who's my age. Your first James Cameron film was T2, like it just was. And the thing that kind of struck me most when I first saw it was just the surprise nipple. Like I can't get over the nip. Who would have thought? No, it was that.
I didn't know you were that big of an Ed Harris fan.
Oh mate, Ed Harris's nipples in this movie.
Love him.
Nipples to beat the band, that guy, I'll tell you. No, it was.
What did the band do?
Just beating the band to death with nipples. It's like you said, Pat. It was the design. It was the spectacle of it. It was that. It was all. You know, because this is would have been seen it like probably early 2000s. So we're talking post Blade, post Matrix, and all that stuff. To see something made within a relative distance of those films be so authentic, and I know that there's. When the aliens turn up for only the third act, pretty much, it goes pretty heavy CG, but there's still some model work going on and stuff. But just the ships and the design of all the sets, especially the wet dock, is just, it was like probably design more than anything.
The moonpool set. Again? The moonpool set in Deep Core,
Yeah, it's amazing.
Bloody awesome. Yeah.
That was the thing that got me was more than anything.
Absolutely. It's so interesting reading the behind the scenes of this. Probably not for this part of the podcast, but like it almost informs how amazing the spectacle of this is. So obviously it was filmed in a giant tanker effectively, and it's not like looking at a
nuclear unfinished nuclear power stations.
Isn't that crazy?
Tower. It's
what the fuck?
But like when you look out the window of the submarine, which seems like a weird thing to say, when you look into the distance, it is actually dark because of the volume of water that is there, and you are genuinely looking into the abyss. And I love that about this, and it makes it feel really real and all. But then when you start to read, you start to just pull that thread of the behind the scenes, you start to hear about what a absolute shit show this movie was to make. I'm like,
could it
be more James Cameron?
It seems like he's mellowed a little bit in the way he makes pictures now, but
you would hope so.
Like at the time, he was notoriously a taskmaster, and Ed Harris nearly came to blows with him. And
apparently,
he himself was He himself had to. They did get into a Barney, did they?
Apparently so. Look, I'm going from IMDb trivia here, which could be nonsense.
I don't think Ed Harris wrote the IMDb trivia, but I was talking to my partner Emily about it the other night because we were watching Fosse Verdon, the TV show about Bob Fosse and his wife, and you know he made some brilliant pictures and did some amazing musicals, and you know he's almost got an EGOT, you know, but he was a fucking asshole, and you have to wonder like, The Abyss is a great movie. It's a classic. Terminator to me is the superior Terminator film, but T2 is an achievement. It's I will talk about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Is it worth it? Like, is it worth the people having to like the trauma that of people went through to make this movie? Was it worth it? You know.
And there are so many stories like that. I mean, like Hitchcock, just to name one off the top of my head, like the way he treated the actors, like. Could you even get away with that these days? Yeah, exactly. Could you even get away with that these days? Probably not. I mean, Hollywood is riddled with, you know, people who probably shouldn't be, you know, in the media or in the public eye. I'm not going to call anyone a pedophile, but there's a lot of those out there apparently. But it's like,
all right, like, Eon, stop calling everybody a pedophile, will you?
He's on the list. No, it feels like there has to be a little bit of madness for that genius to really shine in some cases. Like you get a lot of directors who you feel that with. The one thing I really struck me about this when I flicked it on, and it's kind of a through line, maybe with the exception of, you know, the Terminator films, but like the white collar worker nature of the film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all these, like I just think of like Alien 2 immediately, and it's just they're all scumbags and they're all just like regular people who just talk about shit and do normal stuff. And it kind of humanizes it in a way that a lot of films don't have, just taking that 5 minutes to just listen to them banter about their days. You know what I mean? Like, and I really love that about this.
Alien's the same in that it's the first Alien, the Ridley Scott picture, because they're space travel is you're a long haul trucker.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what the vibe is, and definitely with the Abyss, like these guys are technicians specifically trained for sure, but they're still just technicians. You know, they're tradesmen.
Have we talked about how James Cameron pitched the Alien sequel? Have we talked about that, folks? It's like my favorite ever Hollywood story.
The whiteboard. Yeah.
So
like
you know this, Pat. I don't know.
Walks up, writes Alien,
this,
and then just turns around, looks at everyone, and goes.
Yeah. So he walks into cinema, writes Alien on a whiteboard, and then draws a $sign at the end of it, and just turns around and looks at the execs, and they all just standing ovation. It's like my favorite.
He's talking about money.
Money. That's money.
Get more money.
Yeah. I don't know why they were Australians in that.
All Hollywood sex are Larrikin Aussies as well. It's fucking right.
He came in. He was talking about fucking. I'm doing a Pommy accent. Oops.
Yeah, well, that was not. That was definitely not English. I'll tell you that.
Wasn't it?
No.
I was talking. Oh, come on, Cockney. Oh,
whatever that is. Whatever you're trying to do there, mate. You're definitely not doing it.
I'll shine your boots and take you down to the abyss, mate.
This is getting gradually worse now. I'm not sure how you're doing this.
Feed the birds. Okay, sorry.
But the visual spectacle of this is
Tuppence a bag.
delightful.
It's like Oasis gig back in the day. Sorry,
fuck those guys.
No, I have to ask you, Pat. Like the visual spectacle is amazing, and I think I talking about the scope of it and the scale and the like the awesomeness of the real sets. But like the thing that really like got me, and the thing outside of the big worm water face, obviously that's the first thing I think of when I think of this movie, because why wouldn't you? But like the aliens at the end of it, and honestly watching this probably only for the second time, or like from beginning to end. I've watched it in bits and splits and firsts. That's not a word. Spits and
fits
firsts?
And starts.
Is that a word?
You're trying to say, yeah.
Whatever Regan said.
Bits and bursts and fits, shits,
bursts
and
shits.
Yeah.
I watched it in fits and starts before, and it's, you know, like when you get to that ending and the aliens appear and they're all these big colorful weirdness, like it's beautiful and it's interesting, but I just remember being a bit like, what? Where on earth is, well, not on earth, where in space has this come from?
Yeah, it's kind of funny like that, because like I remember when I saw it when I was for the first time, I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, right.
I went in very cold, so to speak.
Comes out of left field a bit.
I just went, oh, that looks, literally just saw that wacky ass VHS tape and then went, all right, let's give it a crack. But I know it does take such a wild left turn, like because you just sort of you just assume that it's going to be like closer to a disaster movie than this.
Well, it's got that, it's got that Russian American
thriller sci-fi, and so then I love the way that he introduces the aliens in this as well. Like
over time,
especially in contrast to Aliens, like which was the last film. Like that is just. I don't know about you guys, but I shat myself multiple times last week when I watched it. But when I saw it when I was a kid, I was terrified of aliens. Like, I'm absolutely terrified of it. But I loved it to bits. But it was that thing. It was like, I'm not going to sleep for a couple of days after this, but I'm still going to go back and watch it.
A couple of years.
Of years, exactly.
How long are you in that chamber?
Huh?
Yeah, I think the idea of having a sentient like alien life form that is biologically dissimilar from us in every single way be so advanced in its technology and in its understanding of matter and nature and all that stuff, of course a being or a group of beings like that would be benevolent. You couldn't reach that level of intellect and articulation of that intellect without it being benevolent. You know what I mean? Absolutely. We're the fucking idiots,
Yeah. But yeah, true. I reckon that's one of the most appealing things about the movie as well is that contrast to Aliens. Like Aliens is just it's a four to the floor action movie, and the xenomorphs are terrifying. They're supposed to feel intrusive, invasive, and violent, and where you're supposed to get the complete opposite of that with the NTIs in this. Like they're quite literally like beings of light, and they're elegant and benign and benevolent, and like they're just as curious about the crew on Decor as they are about them. with the exception of like, Michael Biehn and Coffey and the Navy SEAL team. But like that's, and just sort of how that switches out and ramps up over the course of the movie was something I really liked. It just really, really drew me in. So I remember when I watched the first time, I was like, oh, this is getting a a little bit long in the tooth, because, like a near 3-hour movie.
That's close,
a blurry 12 or 13-year-old that can't sit still is like, that's a task.
I still can't sit still.
It did manage to keep me there the whole time. And
I love that you described your, you said before you've got ADHD or a variation of, or even if you were just being facetious.
No,
the idea of you describing yourself as blurry.
Yes, it's a fair description. Yeah, if you see most pictures of me, I'm like in some various state of movement, usually like this.
You're fucking Dash from The Incredibles. Got to pull it back a bit,
Oh, mate, I've been smoking ciggies for like 25 years. I assure you I don't have the lungs to run like that. I could probably be like, in a Bugatti next to Dash, like just sort of chuffing dubs out.
And that was Pat's last
Don't shout at cartoon characters on our podcast. Thank you very much.
How dare you?
I do what I want. But yeah, no, so should we was quite a good adjective for me.
Right on. I'm gonna stick with it. Is there any like particular moments or quotes that kind of stand out for you, like things that if you were to watch it in a cinema, which was like a legacy screening of it, and everybody knows the line and they know it's coming up, like Get to the Chopper or something. What is that line?
That did happen earlier in the year because they did the 4K remaster that came out. And they showed it in IMAX in Melbourne. So it's the day they announced that, I snapped up tickets.
Awesome.
That was great fun.
Nobody else was there, just you.
No, it was packed. Yeah. I actually went in with one of my younger brothers, Sean.
Oh, and
nice. Like we were both, we're just like sort of like very quietly just like quoting the movie, making this, that, and the other. It's entirely possible that we might have broken everyone around us at one point, like just kind of making a crack about just making an obscene joke at the emotional crux of the film, but we'll get to that. But in terms of like things that always stand out to me, like there's like, it's kind of funny because like, how there's like there's obviously the special edition, which is the one that most people know these days, but like, and then the theatrical version as well. And like famously that one's got like, what is it like? It's like 38 minutes less footage in it, and it's got the different ending. But it's
38 minutes less.
All my favorite little. Sorry.
38 minutes less would definitely help this film. it needed someone with a good editing eye.
The theatrical cut, it is noticeably worse.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the special edition because I just watched whatever they have on Disney Plus. Is what I watched.
Same.
It's
I think that was
edition.
Yeah, the special
that is
edition.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So Cameron's basically disavowed the theatrical edition. Like he,
I mean that makes sense.
So the special edition is the only one that you can really find these days. But like the funny thing is, I think like with the bits that stand out for me, like that I think of every single time I think of this movie, it's just like two little character moments, like really, really small details that actually aren't in the theatrical edition. And the first one is just this awesome Ed Harris being a dick moment, which is, I guess you could just call it being Ed Harris being Ed Harris. But it's when he gets the phone call from the surface, like right at the beginning of the film, and he finds out that his ex-wife is coming down to the rig, and like the line's just like, you can't hear what's going on the other end of the phone. He's like, yeah, all right, what do you want? Am I calm? Of course I'm calm. I'm a calm person. Is there a reason why I shouldn't be calm? And it's just a beat. And he just, what? Like, just this huge almighty, like, what?
I remember that.
Yeah, and it just cracked me up the first time I saw it because I wasn't expecting it. Just the pitch that he does it at is just such a great utterance.
He's a phenomenal actor too. He's unbelievable.
So good. That moment's not in the theatrical cut. And it's such a, like, it cuts off, it just goes, yeah, why shouldn't I be calm? And then it cuts to the next scene. And just that little extra, like 15 seconds just makes so much more of a difference. It's kind of like, you get more of, it drives home how much of a dick Bud is straight away, but it's kind of funny. And then, like, shortly after that, when they're moving the rig, there's that brilliant little scene where they're all singing the Linda Ronstadt song, Willing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, they all just one night who's in one of the RVs, like sort of, like the tug for the rig, like she's just playing country music on her and they all just start singing along, and it's just this like really beautiful little moment, and just like drives home the camaraderie that these guys have. And then after that, it's all set piece stuff, and and well, I'm not gonna lie,
it's all like, second act, fun and games business,
totally, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like one of the things I think I love the most about this film is the production design and just the story of how
amazing,
like
it really went the extra mile.
It's so good, and it's such a wild freaking story of like the lengths that they went to do it, and not like, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm always very attracted to that sort of thing. Like I love practical effects. I'm
personally attracted to Regan.
Love seeing any movies where
I am a practical effect.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I can't even see the strings, or is it the hand?
See, this is the benefit of having a video show. I can do sight gags. I normally can't do sight gags.
Right. So you being an idiot.
Exactly.
But I completely agree. Like, the practical set work and miniature work, and we talked about it on our Superman episode. Like it still works. Those techniques still work. Yeah. There's no reason to not be using them
every time,
unless you're a lazy shit. Yeah, but I must say, the one that got me was I was reading some of the trivia and stuff, and the extensive lengths that they went to make this film. James Cameron had to watch dailies in a decompression chamber because he'd been under the water so long. I don't even like watching dailies when I'm tired. Like I'm such a, later on, Tommy, when you do your can you get beat up person, whoever it is, it's probably Ed Harris. But if it was James Cameron, yes, he would beat the shit out of me.
Well, let's answer that question right now. Do you think you could beat up James Cameron while making this film?
Not during this. Maybe now that he's all like a soft,
he's a 70-year-old man.
He's all like hippie. I am too, but he's kind of like a bit more, the nature, blue folk, all that stuff. But back then he was a hardened
cats and
criminal.
Taking plot points from Isaac Asimov.
Yeah, exactly, and stealing other people's stories whole cloth almost.
He really does that.
Yeah, but no. What about you, Pat? Could you beat up a 1985?
No. Wait.
I'd be strategic about it. I think I'd wait until they were doing a scene underwater, and then I just sort of go.
You beat me to the actual action of it. Of like, that's how you do that.
There's an amazing piece of trivia though. Like, so apparently James Cameron, while he was while he was down in the depths of this giant nuclear facility filled with water, apparently he had a problem with his breathing apparatus, right? And the guy who was supposed to be watching him was on a break, and the guy who was supposed to be watching the apparatus was also off as well. So he was trying to come up, and he got stuck effectively. And great, love this bit of trivia. Apparently the not the stunt guy, what's the wrong one? The guy who was supposed to be there in case there was a problem comes down and tries to give him... Yeah, that's right. The safety diver tries to give him oxygen, but there was a problem with the oxygen that he was trying to give him, and he basically sucked in a ton of water. And the guy thought that Cameron was like panicking, so tried to hold on to him, but Cameron was just sucking in water and trying to die.
Keep the respirator in his mouth or something.
And apparently, the only way you get him off him was to literally punch him in the face and go. There's so much punching in this film.
Yeah,
it's a lot of punching.
It's wild.
A lot of slapping.
It's
Did you guys catch
wild.
a little bit of BTS trivia with it? It's like it's in the making of Doco, but like the crew, because everyone had such a historically wonderful time making the movie. The cast, how like you get to the end of a film shoot, right, and everyone gets like a cast crew like shirt or a cap or some little knick-knack. So the cast and crew for this made T-shirts that said "The Abuse" in the title card.
Yeah,
that makes total sense. I got a question for you. I got a question.
You can probably find them on eBay, surely.
Yeah, you can absolutely find them somewhere. I got a question then. So, like, if thinking about that and thinking about like the crazy shit that actually happened, was there anything that you like fast forward or even rewound to be like, I need to watch that bit again? Because there is so much of this that went in that. Like, for example, Ed Harris doing the dive. When he when he dives under and he's underwater, I think it's for like 3 minutes, he actually did that. And the suit he's in that's technically supposed to be full of water, he's actually full of water rather than, just having the smart move here, right, is to have a pane of glass, water, pane of glass, or whatever, plastic, and it looks like he's in water. But no. Jim Cameron, he fucking put him in water.
Oh, yeah.
The ambiotic sequence where he, like, I have a fucking suffocation fear, especially because I swim. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Well, I've got a suffocation kink, so I mean, that's just me.
This is the pod to be on. We said it before. There are no bad. You know what I think your kink is? It's selling books that aren't yours. What the fuck is going on behind you, dude?
Like, he's just kind of like wants to throw it around him like a scarf. Just be like, yes.
But yeah, we have to have a conversation. Are you selling these books? What's going on? Is this a side project?
This is my favorite book series. And I look, I'm not going to go into it. I spent more money than I'm willing to share on these specific versions of them. I love them. They're going to be in everything I do forever.
Is the author your friend? Like, are you trying to hawk these? What's happening?
Fucking wish he was my friend. It's a book series called Red Rising, and if you've ever listened to Podcast Assemble, you should absolutely go and check it out. This is the 3 of the follow-up 4 to the original trilogy. So the original trilogy was this beautiful circle which finished perfectly, and then for some stupid reason he decided to carry on with the world, and somehow we managed to nail it, annoyingly, because he's a fantastic author who's also a sex bomb, which annoys the shit out of me. I know, right? Don't have all of the good stuff. Give some to someone else. But so they do these like occasional drops of different artworks or like specific artists doing this stuff, and this is the current second trilogy out. So I'm very excited for the final book, which is meant to be coming out within the next year, maybe. But yeah, so that explanation wasn't funny at all. So I'm going to cut all that out.
Thank you for wasting our fucking time, man.
Yeah, exactly.
E.S. Brown, Red Rising. Go read it. Promise you right now, you will not be upset by it.
I do have the first book. It was recommended to me by a dear friend.
I was speaking about this last night, and we will get back to the Abyss in a second. I was literally speaking about this last night, and I think the first
let's
book,
ignore the thing that
let's not talk about the Abyss ever again. It's too long. The aliens come out of nowhere, and Ed Harris punched him in the face for a good reason. No, I was talking about it with a friend of mine last night who I recommended it to. And I agree that the first book kind of falls into a few of the tropes that books do nowadays, where there's like a school or a whatever fucking Harry Potter shit. It does a little bit of that.
Pretty paint by numbers, yeah.
But there's a reason for that. I think I saw an interview with Pierce Brown, my friend Pierce Brown, and he says that's how. Right, yeah, I call him Petey. That's how you got books published in the time frame he was publishing it. It had to have that little trope in it, otherwise people weren't picking them up. So he did it almost to get it off the shelf, so he could move on to this expansive right in the
thick
series.
Of that whole YA craze, didn't it?
Right. Yeah. And if you read even the second book, he does like a time jump at the beginning, and it just goes like book wild. It just goes galaxy wide, and you just go like, oh, that's what he wanted to do. I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I see where you wanted to get this whole establishing thing out of the way, so you could get to the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Very quick sidebar. Just while we're talking about like science fiction and books, have you guys gotten onto the 3 Body Problem trilogy at all?
Not yet. I watched the TV show and it kind of ruined it for me because I hated it. It was awful.
Nah, you'll be fine. Like the book, you can absolutely go back and watch. Read the first book. Like so, I think the end of the first book happens maybe in the 5th episode. It's pretty. It's kind of contentious opinion about the show, but I'm very interested to see where they take it because they've condensed so much from the trilogy.
I hated the characters. I hated the people in it. It was garbage.
If it follows where the books go, it will get very interesting very quickly because the 3rd book in the trilogy, Death's End, is like one of my favorite.
Amazing.
Books of all time.
Okay, well, little plug for our other podcast, Podcast Assemble. Go away and check it out. My co-host DL just finished the first book, and he highly recommended it. So it's on the radar. It's something that I will eventually get around to. I know I was talking about like a bit of behind the scenes stuff with PB, my buddy PB, but with the with the behind the scenes stuff, did you guys watch like the DVD commentaries and stuff? Because the thing I missed most about DVDs is the lack of like a director commentary. Like, I bet Jim Cameron was just wild in this. Surely.
I haven't actually seen.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he did one.
Is there commentary of this one?
I don't know. I'd love to find out.
I can't remember.
I do miss
I worked at a video store and I borrowed it from the video store, so I don't actually own it, the special edition. I might now, actually. But through getting it off a friend or whatever. But I don't know if it's actually got a director's commentary. Is he one of those people like Spielberg who famously doesn't do them?
I don't know. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did Avatar. I'm like.
Oh, he'll fucking talk your ear off about that shit.
Right.
I tell you.
Titanic
he won't even.
I'm pretty sure he did
Titanic
too. Yeah, I mean, like, he gets to talk about fucking submarines. He's definitely going to do it, I mean, this is all in a submarine, so surely.
He likes submarines more than fucking G.I. Joe and shit. Like, he's well into submarines.
He totally is.
Dude, yeah.
Do you want to do a little bit of modern rewatch verdict? Should we talk a little bit about thinking about
100%.
this in the modern mindset?
I can't imagine what we're going to focus on in this part of it.
Does it hold up for you? Does the nostalgia hurt or help? Tell me.
Oh, dude, nah, this is just consistently, it's up there in my top 10. Like, I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. I think like, if we're talking about things that haven't aged well, is definitely that, like, that hyper machismo,
masculinity,
like spousal abuse thing, like the just generally.
It wouldn't be so bad if at the end of it, like Ed Harris. Right? Yeah, I completely agree. It wouldn't be as bad if it was sort of at the end of it, he wasn't still the hero. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's still kind of, at the end, they meet on the alien ship and he's like, well, fuck it, let's get back together, even though you've still got my hand mark on your face. And that was a bit much.
Well, that's because of the blue from the toilet when he threw a tantrum and took off.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, no, my wedding ring.
Like, welded pipe ring that's like a freaking fist.
Like, they're working class. They're working class people. They don't have a lot of money for that.
There's a scene just before that which really leans into this, whereby after he's been not the best guy to her the whole time, she has like a call to him as he's going down into the abyss, and she's like, you were always a great guy, and I'll miss you and all this. And I'm just like, why does that need to be there, James Cameron? Like, don't change her character arc at the end just because you want to have him be the hero. Like, let her be the hero.
The fact that she isn't the one who goes down there is like beyond
mind-blowing.
Belief. Like, I could not tell you how surprised I was, even having known about the film previously. I was like, what? Ed Harris is the fucking hero?
It would have been weird if they sent her down there, though. It's like, just sort of, I haven't actually thought about it that way before. But
considering what just happened to her,
like, how would you maneuver that through the story that she would be the one to do it? Because she's so attached to the rig. Like, that's her whole thing. Like, that's the whole reason she goes down there, is like, this is something that I built. This is, like,
this
it's
film.
our
You've
baby, but this is my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're absolutely not wrong. Like, it's I would have to sit down and story break down and figure out why it would happen. But she has almost died. Well, she did die, and she is the technician, who would be most attached to the actual vessel itself. So yeah, you're totally right. But I was just surprised, I guess. I don't know, because Ed Harris is
weirdly it felt like a natural progression of her character to go on and do that. You're absolutely right. Like, she, she is most attached to the thing. But like, for some, like, I agree with Regan. I feel like the progression of those two characters, it would be her to go down there. You give Ed Harris the hero moment just before that, where he slaps the shit out of her and she somehow survives. But then surely she then goes on to do the big heroin act. Like, heroin act? What's she doing over there?
Heroin.
Act of heroism. I've lost my shit, guys. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's fucking meth.
Just like flailing through the corridors of the sub. Like,
just walks up to Michael Bean.
The aliens come down and they're just like, what are you doing?
This woman is high as fuck.
We can't.
No.
It's time to put away childish things.
Regan,
exactly.
Regan, what did you think about the aliens? Like, what was your... Like, what did you think about it?
I think it's really cool. I love the design and the idea that, like, when you think about aliens, it's always the shit from Signs. It's the little grey men, I love the idea of it being, like, it's a Grant Morrison idea of it being a vapor or a completely like there's a synthetic body around the actual natural version of it. Yeah, or exactly. Or it's just a consciousness, the idea of, because the thought that if other beings lived on other planets, that they would be humanoid is ridiculous, because the only reason we developed this way is because of our environment. And if our environment wasn't the perfect distance from the sun and within this solar system and all that stuff, we wouldn't,
real deep right now.
Chimps wouldn't need hair because they wouldn't need to be warm. They wouldn't learn to walk upright because maybe the gravity would be different. Like the way that they would develop. And if these are water-based creatures, they would develop and evolve the same way that we do to be best in that environment. So I think it's really cool. And it leans into the deep sea fish kind of shits, and that kind of when you go down real deep and things have got their own lights on, and it's just it's crazy. So that's one of my favorite parts of the film is that
the origin of where he got the idea for the NTIs.
Oh, of course,
being just him being made of frog skin. But the design of the NTIs, I'll tell you why it looks so damn good, because fucking Mobius designed it. And everything that guy drew is perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is going to ruin it for you or not. You tell me. All I could think about when I finally saw the aliens was, that's Mr. Burns high as balls. That's literally the only thing I could think about. When he comes through the thing and he's like, ooh,
I bring you peace
and love. Like, that's literally all I could think about. And I was watching it going like, Ed Harris got to meet Mr. Burns. What a fucking legend.
I can definitely see Ed Harris just going, it brings peace, break its legs.
He's like a hardcore Mr. Burns. He absolutely is.
Yeah, he really is. I just felt there was such a tonal juxtaposition in seeing those aliens at the times they were there. Like this whole and maybe shoot the messenger here. Maybe that's the thing I'd cut from this film: the alien subplot. Like
really,
the whole. You said the word claustrophobia. That's the perfect word I'd use for this film. That claustrophobia, the us versus them, even though we're the same set of people. The sort of Russian America pan war vibes. All that's so perfect. And then when you layer over the fact that there's this weird set of extraterrestrials just there as well, it just sort of counterbalances in a way that doesn't really work for me personally. Like, if it was the paranoia, and how like the Michael Biehn character has underwater madness, whatever the fuck he's doing down there, pressure sickness.
He's growing a mustache. He's a mustache.
Yeah, well, good for him.
I love that you called it underwater madness. You fucking idiot. That's great.
Like Space Madness and Ren and Stimpy. You just see
Space Madness.
Crash cuts to Michael Biehn and they're like floating and in midair eating a bar of soap. Just going,
hey, stop taking away from my excellent point. This point is perfect here. Stop it,
I think I broke Regs about
it. was because you corrected him so quickly and with so much sass. It was just like what was it? What's the actual term for it? What was the actual term, though?
Space madness.
Pressure sickness, they call it.
Pressure sickness, underwater madness. That's great. Okay, well done,
that's good.
Both of you.
I love that.
Appreciate it.
Let me finish. If it was a symptom of I'm going to keep saying it, underwater madness. I am committed to this. If it was a symptom of that, and maybe she was seeing things, or you were seeing it from her perspective, she wasn't thinking straight, and it turns out
if it wasn't bubble bonkers.
Yeah, it was Bubble Bonkers.
Bubble Bonkers.
That sounds like one of those shit games you'd get on your phone to give to kids to play. I think that would have made more sense. But when aliens just actually appear at the end, I'm sitting there going, yeah, does that need to happen?
I'm so sorry to tell you, Mrs. Smith, but I've thumbed through copious volumes and talked to all of my colleagues, and we have come to the conclusion your husband is suffering from underwater madness. I don't trust you as a doctor, sir. I think you're making all this up.
You need a monocle when you're saying that. Doctor, I look like a giant squid and I'm glowing. You're wonderful, healthy radioactive.
I bring peace and love.
Me with a wonderful radioactive glow.
There is a really relatable moment in this film, though. Sidebar, when Ed Harris is just snoring, and what's her name? What's her name in this? What's the character name in this? Lindsay comes in, and she literally doesn't blink, doesn't think about it. She's just like, turn on your side, Virgil. I'm like, I feel that. I feel that every time I'm in bed. I'm like, yeah, you know, like there's relatable moments that make this a really fun film.
Because you snore?
No, the opposite of that.
Because the missus snores.
Yeah, that's why I look tired all the time.
Does she want the internet to know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to know this.
This is what happens when you get the underwater madness.
Yeah, you get underwater madness and you snore all night and you're flatulent. I'm just assuming she's flatulent.
I can neither confirm nor deny. She's definitely not seeing this episode. I can tell. We're losing one of our views of this episode right
I
now.
have been on hundreds of...
It's going to be really good to hear this episode played back in court.
When they separate.
Why is he talking about underwater madness?
I get the books you had in the background. I'm taking them. I've been on hundreds of podcasts of my own and other people's at this point.
Brag.
My partner has never listened to one of them, so don't stress. It's totally cool.
I remember when we first started, and she would definitely start the podcast. She used to like the first 10 minutes of the podcast where we would sit and banter. And then when we actually started talking about the movie or the thing we actually were talking about, she'd be like, "Yeah, I don't care anymore." I'm like, "That's the point. That's the point of the podcast. Why are you leaving now?"
We talk about that stuff all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not untrue. I have a couple of miscellaneous notes if you want before we wrap up this beautiful discussion.
Please, I have some of my own
advice. Let's do quick fire miscellaneous notes. My first one is: would shooting a gun in the depths there under, like, would that fuck up the whole project? Like, surely it would. Surely if it just hit like anything that was connected to the outside, shooting the gun would just fuck up the whole pressure.
I think introducing a gun into this scenario or any scenario is a mistake. So, yeah, probably not. But if it hit like a pipe that was pressurized or an air pipe or something like that, yeah, something about the recirculation of air, you'd be fucked in that hole.
His underwater madness really got him in that. The CGI water face, that was definitely like a test run for the T-1000, right? He was definitely building that technology.
Yeah, well, that was
you could almost see it.
Anything like that had ever been done,
right?
Well, which is
right. And apparently they had 9 months to create that, which is wild these days because animation
you do it on your fucking phone now,
right? Exactly. And animation studios get like destroyed. They have like zero tons of these things. And my last miscellaneous note was just Lindsay's got brain damage, right? Like she's underwater and she's dead. I
believe it's called underwater madness.
Yeah, it's called underwater death.
It's a fair point.
No, he slaps her back to life, which is a real thing that happens. That works. He slaps her back to life and screams at her. I've seen that in other movies, but like, she is dead for long enough that she.
Toy Story.
There are serious problems off the back of this, right? Like, she isn't the same. The same person isn't coming back. Maybe that's why she changes her whole character arc at the end of the film, because she has brain damage.
There's certain numbers she can't remember. You know what I mean? She's like 1, 2, 3, 5, and you're like, hang on, what happened to 4? She's like, what's 4? Like, you know,
what do you mean 3?
It's not a number, babe. What happened to you? You slapped me until I came back to life. I guarantee you, if you ask any EMT, or if you ask any doctor, do you slap unconscious people or do you slap people who you're trying to also, do CPR on? The answer is resoundingly no. Don't slap an unconscious person.
Farting in his sleep.
Yeah,
always.
Tommy's
underwater madness. It gets you. Absolutely gets you. Reek, did you have some miscellaneous notes?
I just had some like IMDb stuff that I thought was really interesting. Nice. The chiefly of which is, the production was plagued by setbacks.
So many.
My favorite of which was sometimes local goats would invade the set, destroying equipment and urinating all over the floors.
Definitely wasn't anyone pissed off on the crew as well.
No, I just think that's fucking hysterical, just ridiculous.
Amazing.
Well, it's like South Carolina as well, so it's like the South. So there's like some serious toot on those guns. They're probably just walking in with guns as well, drunk, like PBR in hands.
The goats were. The goats came in drunk with PBRs and guns.
Shirt.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was kind of my only one. And it also, the film used a very early version of Adobe Photoshop, which is fucking hysterical. Really? So you can do it on your phone now, everybody.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it? Pat, you got any final thoughts for this?
Oh, shit, man. I'd just say encouraging people to go back and watch this movie and just sort of learn about
how would you pitch it to someone if you said one of my favorite movies is The Abyss and they're like, oh shit, I haven't seen it, what would be the sentence that would sell it?
I'm pretty sure he said The Abyss.
When I say that to people, they say why. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah. I think if you're in any way into films, especially how films are made, and you're particularly enamored by special effects, production design, anything craft based like that, then it's something I always encourage people to go and check out. Like, just because the scale and the engineering and the details that went into it, like, is mind boggling. Like, it was shot in a nuclear power plant. The masks and respirators that they used for the cast and crew, they were invented specifically for the show. Like, a lot of the tech that, like in typical James Cameron fashion, like a lot of the tech that they were using to shoot it and to make the special effects and, the CGI was all made up as they went. It was invented specifically for it. And it's
fucking awesome.
And it's until he did Titanic, it was the largest underwater set ever constructed as well. And then, if making a movie will piss off Ed Harris to the point where he refuses to talk about it ever in interviews, then it's kind of worth going, what is going to piss that man off that much? Because he is the embodiment of anger. Like,
he is a little ball of rage. I would like to interview him now and be like, so, Ed, The Abyss, and just see what happened. Yeah, that would be Good Night Vienna. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Love that.
So this week, our like I said before, ubiquitous game show is going to be called Getting It Wet. Woo! Are you both ready to play Getting It Wet?
Do I look ready?
I'm already wet.
My goodness. This is a dripping podcast.
I'm pointy.
All right, so this is these sorry. These questions aren't necessarily about The Abyss. They're just about movies where it's wet.
We love a wet movie.
The way that it works is Tommy, over the course of a season, has the possibility of 104 points.
We also don't know how long that is, so who knows?
Yeah.
52 episodes.
Okay.
That's one a week. But anyway,
like, if you insist, yeah.
Yeah. The point is that you were getting a certain amount of things, and there is a special prize, which I've decided what it is as well, but I'm not going to tell you. It's pretty special.
Is it a set of P.S. Brown Red Rising books? Because I'd love that.
No, I'm not going to get you whatever that is, okay? Red, rum, whatever. But I'll get you something that you will also love. But are you ready to play? Here comes the questions.
We are ready, Regan.
Ready.
And you're playing to help Tommy, Pat, just in case he sucks.
I never signed up for that.
We're together on this. If you want to fuck me up, that's totally fine too. I've already got like 10 points out of a possible.
Just answer everything as like Rambo 2 or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Name the 1995 released aquatic adventure picture that bombed despite its exorbitant budget.
1995.
Water-based.
Blah, blah, blah.
Do you want to go?
Gills.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
Yeah. Waterworld.
Yeah.
Waterworld it is.
Yeah.
Well done,
ding,
Pat.
ding, ding,
See,
ding.
when we don't have guests, you were shit at this.
Okay.
Dude, do you know there is what they call it, the Ulysses cut? It's basically the master of that thing. It's
this guy has it on 4K. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, nice. I love it. Hey, I reckon it's great.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's so much better than it's Dances with Wolves, but Waterworld.
It's been so many years since I've watched that movie. It would be like it would be like watching it fresh.
It's on the list, buddy. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. It's a good movie. Anyway,
I've got
question number 2.
I'll link you to it.
It's really good. Number 2, The Deep Blue Sea, released in 1999, saw Samuel L. Jackson. Fuck my hole. Okay.
Samuel.
That's not his name.
Let's try it one more time. Samuel. Okay.
Samuel.
Question number 2. The Deep Blue Sea, released in 1999. Fuck. Deep Blue Sea came out in 1999, everyone, and it saw Samuel L. Jackson eaten by a motherfucking shark. How many sequels did this film spawn? What happened?
I said, I believe you'll find it's pronounced Samael.
Samael, yeah.
Samael.
How many sequels has this film got?
Oh, shit. It's got like... doesn't it like kind of sneakily got like 5 or something?
I would think it's like... I'm going to go with either 3 or 4. What do you reckon?
I want to go 3. Okay. I reckon there were 2 that went to cinemas, and then there was a straight to video.
How many was Samuel L. Jackson actually in is the real question. Sorry,
he was in half of the first one before he got bitten in half.
He was half in the. He was half in the man he was.
Yeah.
We'll stick with 3 then. We'll go with Pat's guess.
No, the answer's 2. And they're just numerical. Deep Blue Sea 2, Deep Blue Sea 3, and one of them involves like a Navy SEAL squad and some gangsters and shit.
Wait,
it's crazy.
weren't we right there? Did we say there were 3 of the movies? Well?
No, you said 3 sequels. Or are you saying there's 3 movies overall?
I was saying there was 3 movies overall.
It's only 2 sequels.
All right.
Oh, so Tommy was right. I was wrong.
So basically, between us, we're both wrong somehow.
Yeah.
So this one might be a Pat one as well. Question number 2. No, that's dos. That's tres. The Abyss,
go do it that way.
The shits we just spent an hour talking about, clocks in at just over 2 hours and 20 minutes for the theatrical cut. How long is the extended edition? Is it 2 hours and 35 minutes, 2 hours and 46 minutes, or 2 hours and 51 minutes?
I thought it was 2 hours and 53. But I'm going to go 2 hours and 51.
There's 2 hours and 51, yeah. So maybe you're right. Maybe that's with credits. I don't know.
No.
So, okay, you've got 2 because you got backup, Tommy. Well
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. James Cameron not only made... This is question number 4, whatever that is in Spanish.
Cuatro.
James Cameron not only made the film Titanic, but in 2003 released a 1-hour documentary about the still submerged boat itself. Name that documentary.
Oh my God, I read this literally earlier. I can't remember for the life in me.
It also has the title of the film that we've been talking about in it. Like it's part of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I literally read this earlier and I can't remember for the life in me.
I've seen it as well. Well, hang on, just give me a minute. I'm definitely not going to look at Disney Plus where that
video show. It's a video show, dude. There is no fucking about. I will not have it.
Video show.
Well, I've got another screen, so you can't actually see what I'm doing.
It's like the ghosts. It's like the Ghosts of the Abyss or something.
I'll give you that. It's Ghosts of the Abyss. Well done.
We did it.
Excellent. That's pretty good. So 3 out of 4, not bad. Let's see if you can get the last one. Question number 5. Where is it better? Down where it's wetter.
Transylvania. I think.
No, it's not Transylvania, but Tommy wants to have a go. That's good. Did I say it like in a bit of an accent, did I?
Yeah, you did a little bit. That's why I think I was...
Yeah.
I was like...
Where is it better? Down where it's wetter.
Where is it better? Down where it's wetter.
Do the song in your head, you'll get it, you know. Life is better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Take it from me.
I just have no idea. I'm gonna stick with Transylvania.
What have they got?
Top right.
A lot of sand.
Top right.
What? And we have a hot crustacean band. Each little clam here know how to jam here.
That got me. That fucking got me. No, where is it better? Down where it's wetter. Under the sea.
I was going to say The Little Mermaid. I was literally going to say that to you. Yeah. Fuck.
Well, no,
never let me finish.
You were just supposed to say Under the Sea.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Half a point. I'm giving you half a point for that.
I'll take
well played, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well played indeed.
Thank you, Regan. Great job. Love that for us. I hope you keep it. I hope you've got the music playing in the background because we need some like game show music playing there.
Oh, there's game show music. I can't put the music from Little Mermaid in there because when we tried to do that with Superman, they fucking taxed our ass real hard.
7 seconds. 7 seconds.
7 seconds. I'll bear that in mind.
Great wrap up. Thanks, Pat. We really appreciate you coming on today. And thank you everyone for joining this episode of No Country for All Films. Come back next time as we revisit the films you love. Thank you, Pat. Thank you so much.
You.
Where can our listeners find you if they wanted to find your work?
Yeah, well, that's part of the game. There is a competition running. If you can find me, then there is a bounty. Yeah, you can find me same place as everyone else on the internet. So yeah, it's like patfox.com.au and it's patfoxart on on the Instagrams. I don't really have anything else at the moment because I am lazy with social media. But,
dude, I love your social media. Every time you like, social media is obviously algorithmic and brings up the things that you regularly engage with, and yours is like always the first one that comes up on mine when you're posting new stuff. And whether it's you're going to a gig, I'm always fascinated to the gigs you go to. You go to such cool gigs, or you're posting some of your own work, or you're posting one of your other creative friends' work. It's always from the heart, and I love it. It's really awesome.
Oh, thank you, mate. That means a lot. Yeah, especially some artwork. I'm glad that you enjoyed the sharing of other people's stuff as well. I'm like, absolutely, it's one of my favorite things.
That's how you find artists that you dig. You get them through the ones that you already dig, you know.
Totally,
and you'll see some artwork.
Let
me tell you, some of Pat's stuff, it'll make you masturbate your penis and anus at the same time. It's that good.
Again, there's a cream for
or
that.
your vagina.
Or your vagina as well. Absolutely. Vagina and anus.
Whatever you have.
Or as we call it in the industry, vaginas.
Speaking of great artworks, huge thanks to the phenomenal Wiley Risso for creating this podcast artwork. If you like what you're seeing,
it's awesome.
We do. We think it's phenomenal.
So
we absolutely love it. You can find Wiley on Instagram at Wiley Risso. It's WYLEERISSO. And thank you so much to Johnny for our music. If you like the theme song, hit up Johnny. We'll link all of their stuff below in the description for this episode. Thank you so much. What were your memories of The Abyss? Let us know. You can hit us up in the comments, or you can find us on all of the social medias as we talked about, or we are on Gmail. You can send us an email. You can find us at nocountryforallfilms@gmail.com. I forgot the name of our podcast for a second, and that's not good. Not a great start. What is news? Hit us up with a like, a subscribe, a 5-star, all the things you don't understand. And don't forget to rewind before returning. Thank you both so much for joining.
Thank you, brother, mate. Cheers.